Hello friends, so I wanted to welcome you back to Mixed Media Frenzy. I'm going to be using my second kit from How to Kill a Kit with Style for this layout, and our concentration this week is on glazes. So I did pull a few glazes that I thought went with the colors in this kit. I have Vicki Bouton's Creative Effects Gold Glaze. I have Bo Bunny's Glitter Paste, and quite frankly, it comes out as a glaze. So I won't use this if I get enough traction with this glaze. And then I have Shimmer's Paints Pasties putting on the glitz. So this also is called a paste, but I'm telling you, it comes out like a shiny glaze. So these will be secondary. I'll start with this and see where the little glaze-arama gets me. Now, the papers I'm going to use, just for a quick refresh, is I have this fun little sticker sheet here from the Wildlife. I've got these papers that are pre-cut, so I have to put them together, with this being an outside portion. This will be the main, and then I have to come up with a configuration for these papers. I don't have to use them all. I can use them all. Don't know. Then I have all kinds of other goodies that are in the kit. You can go back and watch the video if you would like. You know, I've got really great sequins. I've got enamel dots. Cute little woodland creatures that do not work for my photo, but I do have some things. Now I'm using a kit that is very, very based on campy outdoorsiness, but that's not the direction I'm going on with this photo per se. The photo I have is right here. This is my mother. This is, gosh, a good 4 or 5 years ago, and this was one of her beloved cats. He's passed on now, but he is a very, very large kitty. She is a lover of cats, and she rescues lots of cats and finds them homes, and some just stay with her because she loves them just that much. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and just get this paper on and start doing a little glaze work so it has time to dry. So I'm going to take you along with me really quick for that part. And then I will fast forward for, you know, the big part where I have to get my thinking cap on for how I can use this fun paper, which, like I said, it's very outdoorsy, and be able to use it with this kitty cat, layout. So I really liked the colors of it. I liked the vibe of it. And it also kind of goes along with a cool like color challenge for Scraptastic inspiration. It was yellow, the bricky red, and orange, and all of that is in here. So I will take you along with me for that, and let's see how we go. Here we go. Alrighty, so I will end up only using this Vicki Bouton Gold Glaze, and I'm going to use it in 3 different ways, or I guess 3 different dimensions, 3 different ways, 3 different something is going to happen. So the first thing I'm going to do is use my very favorite, ever so cheap palette knife. I don't know why this is my favorite one, because I've tried many, many, many. And I'm going to go ahead and just shimmer it, going on the side. Going this way, I am going to be loosely working from a sketch that is part of the Oktoberfest challenges at Scraptastic Inspiration, like I said. Okay, so I have it really, really thinly smeared on. Then I go ahead and I'm taking a Tim Holtz stencil and adding some texture, and this is just kind of like a wonky burlap kind of a vibe to it. And it's taking no time at all. I'm not being precious with it. I am just getting it on there. Now what I'm going to do is, with the leftover glaze that I have on my palette knife, I'm going to go ahead and get out this cutting mat. I just have, it's a dollar store cutting mat. Not a big deal. Smear what I have left over and add water to it. I always like to see if you can convert your mixed media products to use it in different ways, and this ends up working perfectly. Now, kind of a cool thing that happens with it, only cool like while it's wet, is it's totally separating into like golds and pinks while it's on that little cutting mat thing. So I'm just using it to do some nice gold sprinkly dots, and they will end up drying in a really nice soft metallic gold. Just adding to like, how do you use glaze? Well, let's try it out, and that's what I did. And it's going to end up drying in no time. All right, my friends, camera turned off, so let me tell you all about this layout, which in a way, this is going to be a voiceover, I guess. So you did see me do the mixed media piece with the Vicki Boutin Gold Glaze, and it is a very, very yellow glaze. I used it as a way to fill in a lot of the background. Then I used the stencil. Then I added some water and was able to use it to do splatters. I just wanted to see how many things I could do within a couple moments with that glaze. And yeah, you can do a lot. Now, I did tell you that this picture is of my mother with one of her cats that has passed on now. And I was doing this layout for a few reasons. Now, I wanted to do my Mixed Media Frenzy layout, so I was able to use this fun glaze, and I am so loving it. It dried really quickly, too. I just had lunch, came back, and it's almost fully dry. My paper's gonna have to kind of smooth out a little bit. That's fine. Now, the next things I was doing from Scraptastic Inspiration, they're doing Oktoberfest. The challenge that I had, it was a 3-part using the letter C. It was color using like brick red, yellow, you know, like mustardy yellow, which this is picking up nicely, and orange tones. Then you saw, I'll put it right here, a sketch to kind of go from to be inspired by, and then with another C is celebration. So celebration is her love of kitties, and the third C, as they call it, although it seems kind of like the fourth, is C for children. Or you can use cat pictures. That's why I came up with this one. Now, this picture was kicking around at my mother's old house, and I asked her if I could have it because it's pretty hilarious. So then, for my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, I'm working with this kit that's based off of the wildlife, an Echo Park kit. So it's definitely a camping kit, right? But I always like to push myself to see what I can use. Like, now this is a camping kit. I mean, look at this. Do you see the little campy bits? But you're really being drawn into the photo. I have a very large photo. My title is Catitude. It was her favorite cat, I think, at the time. I have a cute little, this is just a sticker that I popped up on a Pop Dot. Who's there, because I think it's supposed to be an owl. No idea. Now you see in the sketch right here that it had a large amount going down this way. And now I didn't want to do circle photos because I really wanted to use this photo here. So I made sure to keep kind of bringing elements down this way. Now, also this kit that I'm using, I did have pre-cut pieces, and the only thing I didn't use was this piece right here. So I'll put that back into my scraps. I'm just using this little Freckled Fawn little bag from like back in the day for the scraps, so I can keep them separate, and so I can, you know, kind of know, okay, yes, I can use that. And I also grabbed from my scrap bag this strip of the green right here. It was a large piece of pattern paper that I did not use before. Put it in the scrap bag, and I was able to use it now. Now, some of these die cut pieces, I know this one, some of the die cut pieces were from this little collection I have here from like Father's Day and camping die cuts. These were hand-me-downs. Sarah Scraps had those on a table at a retreat, and I've been steadily using them up. This puffy sticker right here is from the Pink Paisley Outfitter collection. And it just says, "You're never too old to play outside." And my mother is outside with her cat, so I thought that worked. Now I have a really great wood grain circle here. And that was from the Outfitters collection. It was just on a cut apart sheet, and I went ahead and freehand cut that out. Now, I have these really, like, you know, I don't even know where these came from. I have these brads, right? And they had tons of these massive brown ones. Let me show you. I mean, look at these bad boys are like really large. And when I use those on layouts generally, I use them to kind of tuck under. But what I did this time, let me go back out now. What I did this time is I used them as part of my circle embellishments to keep that circle idea kind of coming down on this side. And then I just finished that off a little bit with these brads that I have here. They're from Simple Stories Winter Wonderland that are part of my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit this month. And just brought in some of the blue that's here and there in this layout. So this did come together really quickly because I had a large photo. I knew that I had to come up with a title that was C. I wanted to use a cat. I had the right colors going in, and I had my mixed media. Now, I do want to see if I can find a label in hearts. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find that. I'll come right back in 1 second. Okay, my friends, so I went through my color bins. On another video, I think a lot of you have seen, I have these color bins. So I went through and I started looking, and I did find orange hearts. I found green hearts. But then I found these freckled fawn hearts that I really like. They're epoxy, so I'm going to get another kind of a color value on here, which I really do like the idea of. Now, I couldn't find a label, so I went into, I have a box of just labels. I couldn't find a label in my color bins because this was not a separated out one, but I have an idea of where I can put that, and it's going to kind of unite my favorite and my catitude part right here. So bear with me. I'm going to pull that up a little tiny bit. Pop that underneath a tiny bit. Make sure it's kind of even. My glaze is still a little bit damp. There we go. So now we have favorite. So catitude, I have the favorite. I have a label underneath there. And I'm going to go ahead and just pop. You know what, I'll do these little hearts. I'd love to use them up, and this is a great opportunity to do that. They are just like white epoxy with that bricky orange red running through it. And that's going to keep my line going down the side here. And I think I'm going to put one little piece way down here where I have the journaling about this page to kind of make it inclusive, because I didn't have a whole lot going on by the journaling. And I just did the journaling, by the way, with this, I'm going to mispronounce it, with this Stettler Triple Plus Fine Liner, just from Michaels. No big deal. All right, so that is my layout. Rather a long explanation. I'm glad that I remembered that I wanted a label in hearts. Now the labels are for Rediscover Your Stash. That's their product focus. And at Scraptember, it is hearts. So I am trying to make sure to include these things that I'm seeing on challenges around Facebook, just to use more of my stash. I hope you like what I did here today. I really enjoyed it, and I will see you ever so soon. Bye, friends.